Hi there, darkmindedsith here, and these are going to be my extended thoughts on the Hag 1 final battle. Not the video I made, but the actual fight in the game. I found that I had quite a lot to say about the final battle of this game, and as well as a couple of other things, and there was just absolutely no way I would have had any time to talk about any of it with all the stuff I wanted to do with the final battle. So I just decided, hey, let's make a second video talking about it. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this fight and my overall opinion on it while I'm showcasing the fight. I did a little rematch to try to see if I could do it a little bit better in the boss replay mode. And then after that, I'm just going to toss in some footage of my original fight that was in the project. So I just want to say it, I'm not a big fan of the final battle of this game. So why is that? Well, let's get into the final thoughts, or let's get into the extended thoughts. Okay, so dark-minded-sith, why all the hate, man? Well, the main problem I have is that it feels more like a final fight against the drill, not against Gruntilda. I mean, yeah, we do fight one-on-one with her, and she does come out of the drill and attack us, and the boss HP is hers, not the drill's, but I don't know, the drill just seems to have more of a presence in this fight, and you have the boss introduction, it seems more about the drill, it says Hag 1 at the beginning of this fight. When the drill is defeated, the fight is over. So, I don't know, I mean, even though we're fighting Grunny, it just feels to me more like a drill fight than a witch fight. Now, I think a big reason why they may have decided to go with the drill was to make this final fight different from the first games. If we were fighting Gruntilda and she was on broomstick, just being a witch and shooting spells, yeah, it would have felt too much like a rehash of the first game's final battle. So I can understand they wanted to shift gears with this final fight, but could it maybe have been something a little more interesting than a drill? I don't know. It's not terrible, but it's just a drill. I mean, it has lasers, but it's just kind of there doing drill things. I don't know. Why not something more Banjo-Kazooie? Why not a giant grunty robot? You know, something cute, something funny, something with some personality. I mean, why not make the drill an actual character? I mean, why not? We've had plenty of inanimate objects be characters. Why not the drill? Just give it some googly eyes, a voice when it talks, and there you go. I mean, that would be more unique. The drill would have a fun personality, and to me, that would have more of a Banjo-Kazooie feel to it than the drill. It's coming right for us. It's doing drill things. I mean, come on, if Leaky and Tumblar can be characters, the drill can be a character. That's all I'm saying. I mean, they even could have had fun with that. Like, they could have made the drill a very deadpan, apathetic character. Despite how grand and powerful he is, he's just kind of depressed looking. And yeah, okay, I'll drill a hole here. You want me to go through this wall? Okay. Yeah, that would have been fun. That would have been very Banjo-Kazooie. Or maybe the drill could have been like a rhino or a narwhal. Anyway, this could go on for a year, so I'll stop there. But the point is, I don't really like the drill very much, and I don't really like it as a final boss. But wait! I have more to say about this final fight. I have more problems. I'm sorry, but I have more problems. The other problem I have with this fight is it just feels very samey. And just does not utilize enough of this game's new moves. I mean, the drill rides around, Grunty blasts us, and then the drill gets some lasers, and then Grunty blasts us, and then there's some cannons, and it's just very rinse and repeat. And, you know, a lot of boss fights are like that. I don't always mind that, but just keep it interesting. This fight just kind of isn't. You're just kind of using the same attacks the whole time. You know, egg shooting. You know, a lot of fights have a lot of battles have a lot of the same attacks over and over again. A lot of final battles, you're just kind of doing the same thing, but like with this game, why couldn't this battle incorporate more of the game's new moves? Like, for instance, the splitting up. I mean, that would have been really cool and unique and interesting. I mean, imagine that. You split up, and then Banjo has to do some things, and then he has to do some things. And then you come back together and do Banjo and Kazooie things. You know, Banjo could use, like, his shack pack to enter the exhaust. And then Kazooie could leg spring or something. And then inside the drill, there's like some acid you have to go across, and Banjo has to go across with the sack pack. And then maybe Kazooie has to go inside, but she can only glide across. And then we could really utilize those two characters individually. And, you know, use some of those new moves that we got throughout this adventure. But nah, let's just shoot eggs over and over again. Eggs. Eggs. More eggs. I'm tired of the eggs. Almost every boss in this game, we fought with eggs. We shoot enemies with eggs, and we blow things up with eggs. And no more eggs. I'm tired of the eggs.
Eggs?
No.
Eggs? Eggs?
No.
When I wake up, first thing I do, eggs.
No.
One of these eggs. I want one of these eggs. I want one of these eggs. I want eggs.
Eggs. I mean, it's okay. You know, you're shooting. It's kind of fun, but no more eggs. I've had enough. So, yeah. Lots of new moves in this game, and they don't really do anything with them. That makes me sad. Anyway, I have some other ideas. If they wanted to use the drill for this fight, or if they wanted to have a fight with the drill, then I think it could have maybe worked as a penultimate boss. So what if instead of Grunty with the drill, you fight Mingella and Blobelda with the drill instead? And this could have been like a boss or a mini-boss at the gates of Cauldron Keep. You know, you entered Cauldron Keep, and the siren rings, and they're like, intruder alert. Oh, the Baron Bird have made it here. You know, they're right on our doorstep. And then Mingella and Blobelda, you know, Mingella's like,
Stop them, we will!
and then Blobelda's like, go get Hag 1! Yeah. And then they go out and they try to stop us. I mean, that makes sense, really. I mean, it is their drill. You know, they show up at the beginning of the game in that drill. It's theirs! Freaking Grunty stole it from them after killing them. What is this? You know, so they would know how to use this drill. They know how to operate it. And then there's all the B.O.B. stuff. I mean, you know, these witches have a knack for machines and technical things. They know how to use technical machinery, man. I mean, come on, a fight with Mingella and Blobelda would have been hilarious. And it would have given them more screen time. We could have seen their relationship a little more. And just seeing them in combat would have been cool. I really like those two characters, and it's kind of a shame that after the B.O.B. cutscene at the beginning of the game, they're just kind of tossed aside, and we don't really see them again until the quiz. But I'll talk more about that in the epilogue. So, as for positives about this fight, well, the boss can be pretty challenging. Especially in the final stage. I mean, I'm not a hardcore gamer that laughs in the face of danger when it comes to challenge, but I definitely don't want a final boss in the games I play to just be a complete pushover. So I do like that this game gives you a pretty big challenge for its final boss. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but generally when I replay this game, it does take me a number of attempts to finally beat this boss. It was definitely hard for me back in the day when I played this. I was about 11, 12 when I first played this game, and I would have been 12 probably when I did this boss fight, and it's definitely not a walk in the park. I'll definitely give the game credit there. Yeah. So thanks for giving us a challenging final boss. It can be pretty satisfying when you complete the fight. When you do defeat Grunty or the Drill, it's definitely pretty satisfying. I'll give it that. You do feel like, whew, man, fight's done. There is a feeling of satisfaction, but more like, cool, I did it. Not really like, man, that was an epic finale. So those are my thoughts on the final boss of Banjo-Tooie. I mean, it's not horrible, but I do wish it felt more like a Grunty battle than a Drill battle. It just feels really samey after a while. The phases are, they're a little different. They get a little harder, but it just kind of feels like you're doing the same thing over and over again. And I just don't find this battle to be all that creative. I wish it was more Banjo-Kazooie feeling, and I wish it implemented way more of the moves that you learn in this game, specifically splitting up, instead of just egg shooting for the 1000th time. Yeah, I don't hate this boss. I know I kind of sound like it, but I don't. I guess I just hate it as a final boss. If it was a penultimate boss, or you fight this boss and then Klungo, or you fight this boss and then you fight Grunty, something like that, I would probably like it okay, but for this to be the grand finale and then at the end the game is done, for me it's just rather underwhelming. So yeah, I hate this game. Alright, so those are my final thoughts on the Hag 1 final battle. I hope that was at least kind of entertaining. I don't normally do that on my channel. I mean, I criticize things here and there when I play games, but I don't normally go into big, long discussions about why I don't like something. So, hopefully that was entertaining, I don't know, but it shouldn't really be a frequent thing. I usually like the games I play, but, maybe rants like that are kind of fun, but anyway, that concludes this video, and I'll see you guys for more epilogue stuff. Next time we're going to be covering all kinds of miscellaneous, fun, extra things that you can find in the game. So, I'll see you then.
Uh-oh.